here. Okay, and then here's the HTML. This is a container of the whole thing, and then the next thing we're going to do is the box inside it. So actually what we could do to make it simple is I'm gonna show you how we can I'll show you all the boxes. Okay, now this is a pretty cool trick you could probably use on your website. Okay, we're gonna start with that, and then what we're gonna do is border. Okay, solid, and then set the color to red of 1 pixel. Okay, and then we're gonna close. Now, just FTP this up real quick. Okay, let's refresh the page. Okay, so what we have here is the first div, the div, is the outer. Okay, and then we have the share box right here. So basically this right here is a box. Okay, and then what we did is we set the value for the border on the top to a gray. Okay, so this right here is this. So the class PD, the top border is going to be a gray. Okay, and then inside of that we're going to have the share and the status and the loading icon. Okay, so we have the share and then the status. Okay, and then the loading is going to be over here, but we're not displaying that right now, so we're not going to see that. Okay, then the next thing we have is a div for this. Okay, then the next is going to be the status text, and then the share, and then under that we have the div for the data we're going to load from our PHP file. Okay, so now that we got that, this is the image right here. This is the top image, that points up to the status on top of our text area. Okay, and then under that we have the button, which I have another tutorial that shows you how to make Facebook style buttons with no images. Facebook does use an image for their buttons, but I'm going to show you. I showed you in a recent tutorial how to do it without using an image, and it's really close to what they use. And then what we do is we're going to clear all the divs, and then underneath that we are going to load the data from our status update.php file. Okay, I'm going to show you that file right now. Okay, this is the PHP file, the status update, and what we're going to want to do, the first thing we do is include our connection to our database. Okay, now if you already have a file created, just include it, but I'm going to show you, I'll just create one and you just include it. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is get the posted values from our form, okay, on our index page, our status update page. Okay, and that's going to be our status and date. Okay, and if you remember, we get that right here, this variable. Okay, here's our input status box. Okay, our input box, we're getting the value from there, and then our date value is right here, and then we're going to send both of those to our PHP file. So after we get those, what we're going to do is we're going to strip the slashes off of them, and then we're going to strip any HTML any tags. Okay, this is for SQL injection. Okay, we're just going to prevent that. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to insert it, okay, into our database. Now, you can name your database anything. In fact, if you go to rrpowered.com, I'll put a link under the video on the description, and if you go on there, I'll put a file to create my database tables, what I use. Okay, you can use, basically you only need 3 fields. Actually, for this you only need 2. Now that would be the status and the date. Okay, and you just make one table with 2 rows, the status row and the date row. Okay, in the next tutorial we're going to need the IDs for each status update. I'll get more into that more on a later tutorial, but this one I'm just simply showing you how it's done. Okay, it's very easy. It's not really complicated. Okay, we're gonna insert those two values, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna insert that, and then instead of using our posted values, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna put those in here, and basically if we don't get anything back from the database, then we'll show these. So because I'm gonna use the same variable to hold these. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these back. So we're gonna get the most recent one from the database. Okay, so we're gonna select from your table name. So basically that's going to be status. Let's say your table name status. Okay, we're going to select from status, and then we're going to order by descending. Okay, we're going to order by the ID. Okay, and then we're going to use a while loop. Row equals my SQL fetch array, and then that array is going to be our get status, which is going to be selecting from our database. Okay, and then we're going to call status our status row, and date our date row. Okay, next thing we're going to do, our status, we're going to use the word wrap, and what we're going to do is we're every 60 characters long, we're gonna add a BR tag. Okay, this is gonna line break every 60 characters long. So if somebody goes, let's just say you have a problem, and I've seen so many people have forms that you can submit comments, and it overflows the div. Now we could just do overflow display none, which that's what I normally do, but that's going to cut off all the text, and we want to see it. So what I'm going to do, what I did not do on here, what we should do is we'll take this and we'll put it up here. Well, what this is going to do is it's going to get the line breaks. Okay, so when we get it from the database, we're gonna add the line breaks to the status. So basically, when I type something and I break the line, okay, when we get it back, okay, we're going to use the PHP function to get that back. Okay, so let's just say I write 1, and then I press enter for the next line. Okay, now each time I do that, we're going to put a break, and we're going to get that back. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to echo these out. Okay, so we're going to display all the statuses update. Well, not all, just the recent one. Okay, we're going to do this limit 1. Okay, so we're going to limit that to only getting 1 back. Okay, so this is our load status. This is the div for the whole outer of our status up. Okay, and that is this right here. That, okay, is going to go all the way up and around. That's what that's going to do. And then the next thing we're going to do is the image div, which holds our user's image. Now, this is just one image for everybody. Now you need to replace this with whatever image, however you get your user's image. I'm going to do a tutorial on that too, to see if a file exists and to get a user's image. So let's say you have a user named Bob. Okay, we're going to create a folder for him, and then we're going to see if an image exists in there for him, and we'll display it. Okay, so you could just put that in here, user Bob's image. But right now I just have that as a normal image. Okay, so if you already have some way of getting a user's image, then you just put your user's image right in this div. Okay, and the next div is going to be our text. This is the user's name. Okay, right here. Now I don't have a user's name. Okay, I'm not getting any user. You do whatever however you get your user's name. Okay, session name, cookie name, whatever. That's gonna go there. I don't even have a freaking row in the database for it. So you can put the link to the user's profile page right here. And the next thing is the status update itself. It's going to be right here. And the next, date, and then like, and then under that is comment. Okay, and none of these do anything. Okay, I haven't made those links do anything. They're just there for looks. I'm just showing you how to make a Facebook style status update.